What is up guys, my name is Muhammad Shafiq bin Muhammad Safizal, and today I will be teaching you guys how to debate Asian parliamentary style. Whoa. Oh, you might be asking, who is this video for? Why is this video for? So to answer that question, this video is actually for anyone who really wanted to learn debate and to anyone who just started to debate. So, why is this video made? Or why does this video even exist? So, a lot of people have their own kind of style, and not a lot of people know the base of it, and not a lot of people know the basic or the concept of debate. So, from this video, I will explain the concept of debate. Let us start. So as you guys know, debate has a lot of categories. But for today's video, we're only going to talk about Asian parliamentary. So before we move on to our first step, first you need to know the words in debate. And the first word is motion. Motion is actually a topic of what we are going to debate of. That is what we call the motion. The second word is rebuttal. Rebuttal is to counter an argument. So when a person countering an argument, that is what we call rebuttal, or rebut in short. And the third word is POI, or what we call point of information. So point of information is a way for you to ask a question. As example, if the other side is giving their own argument and you want to ask them a question, you can use POI to interject their argument, and they have to answer it immediately, or they can keep it and answer it for later on. So those are the words that you need to know. So moving on to the first step, and that is know the format. So what I mean by knowing the format is that you have to understand the format of the debate. And in this case, we are going to learn Asian parliamentary style debate. So what is Asian parliamentary style debate, if you ask? So Asian parliamentary style debate is a government versus opposition, 3 versus 3. That is, 3 people will be on the government side and 3 people will be on the opposition side. So every people will have at least 7 minutes maximum to speak. So they can use whatever skills or whatever unique ways for them to present their own argument, as long as they only present it on these 7 minutes. So in Asian parliamentary debate, we have 3 roles in each of every side. In the government side, we have the Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, and the government whip. Meanwhile, in the opposition side, we have the leader of the opposition, the deputy leader of opposition, and the opposition whip. Now, I will be explaining to you guys the tasks of every role. So we start with the Prime Minister. So the role of Prime Minister is to open up the case of the motion, and they have to present their own stand. So they also have to give the definition of the motion, and sometimes they have to give an issue that relating with the motion. So that is the job of the Prime Minister. Meanwhile, the job of the leader of the opposition is that they have to rebut the argument given by the other side, and that is in that case by the Prime Minister. And the leader of the opposition also have to give a new or counter case for the motion. So that is the role of the first speaker for both sides. So for the second speaker, it is quite easy and simple. So it is the same for both government and the opposition side. So their job is that they have to rebut the argument given by the other side first speaker. And the second job is that they have to come up with a new argument by carrying their own team case. They also have to elaborate their own argument, and if possible, they have to elaborate the first speaker argument and also have to clarify a few things that are not clear when the first speaker have been given their own argument. So their role is basically to clear things up. The third speaker. Now, for many of you guys think that the third speaker is the hardest one, but for me, it is quite easy as I am also a third speaker myself. So, the third speaker can be called as a rebuttal speaker, as the third speaker can came up with a new argument. So, what they can do is they have to restructure the whole debate. What I mean by that is they have to collect all of the data of the argument between their own team and the other side and compare it, and they have to strengthen up their own team's point or their own team's argument, and they have to find the weakness or prove the other team's wrong by comparing their own argument. So the third speaker probably played a huge role among all of the debate, as the third speaker can not only rebut, they can also use the rebuttal as your own strength or point out the weakness of the other side's argument. You need to know your fact. In other words, you need to study. So, as a debater myself that have been debating for 3 years, I'm aware and know and have to study about what happened around me or what happened in the world. So, I always use this acronym to start off my study, and that is SPERM. This word SPERM, which is S, stands for social, P stands for politic, E stands for economy, R stands for religion, and M stands for morality. So, the way I study this is based on the issue of these certain acronyms, certain categories. So in social categories, I might have to study about feminism or any other movement that can cause social problems. And for politician or politic, I have to study the problems of a certain politician or problems that been caused by politics. I just reached budget 2020 or any any other country budget. So usually they will explain in detail of the economy of the certain country or in the world. Now for a religion, you have to at least know the good and bad thing of a certain religion or the do and don'ts of certain religion. It is more about the morality of a certain person, such as your freedom of speech or the morality of abortion and whatnot. So when you guys already study all of that, then you guys are ready to go learn the base template of how to make your own argument. And that ends my tutorial or my lesson. So remember guys, 3 steps on how to debate. The first one, know your concept. The second one, know your rules. And the third one, know your facts. Now if you have any problems regarding debate or regarding my tutorial or my 3 simple steps regarding how to debate, you can leave in the comment below or just ask me personally. So without further ado, I will end my video.